Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, currently on special leave, has flatly denied allegations that he acted under the influence of criminal syndicates when he disbanded the elite political killings task team. Appearing before the Madlanga Commission on Tuesday, Mchunu said he first learned of the accusations during a July 6 briefing, insisting he had never before been associated with corruption. He said, "I have never been accused of corruption, not once. This is the first time that I get accused of such." As alleged, particularly on July 6, flanked by Senior Counsel Advocate Thembeka Ngcukaitobi and a full legal team, Mchunu maintained that the claims were baseless and politically damaging. The allegations originate from KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, who publicly stated that Mchunu was influenced by criminal cartels when he dissolved the PKTT. According to Mkhwanazi, members of the syndicates feared the task team was closing in on them following December 6 raids, targeting alleged cartel figures Katiso, Katie Molefe and Vusimuzi Madlala, but Mchunu dismissed that assertion outright, that I was never briefed about any raid or any operation resembling what can be known as the December 6 raid. He also defended the dissolution of the PKTT, arguing that it was temporary, non-budgeted intervention whose lifespan was always limited. Mchunu stressed that specialized units cannot run indefinitely without creating duplication and unnecessary financial strain. He said government projects are time-bound, they don't run indefinitely. He added that the team's disbandment would likely have occurred regardless of the political climate, possibly as early as 2024. The public clash has triggered a storm within the police service, setting the minister on a coalition course with one of the country's most senior provincial commanders. He also testified and said the National SAPS Commissioner General Van Masemola had approved the new organizational structure based on the 2019 work study. The political killings task team would have been dissolved back in March 2024. His decision to write a letter dated December 31, 2024, ordering the disbandment of the PKTT has come under criticism from General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, who testified at the Madlanga Commission on 17 September. The letter in question stated that the task team was not adding value to the policing work. According to Mkhwanazi, Mchunu's conclusion that the team does not add any value to policing in South Africa was misplaced. Masemola had testified that he deemed as unlawful a directive by Mchunu to disband the PKTT, saying he reached out to President Cyril Ramaphosa for intervention. He said, "The president did come back to me to say he talked to Mchunu, but did not tell me about the outcome." Mchunu denied interfering in operational policing matters, including the December 6, 2024 raid on Katiso Molefe's home. Molefe is accused of murder and allegedly a member of the Big Five criminal cartel. Mchunu stated that the PKTT was a temporary project established in 2018 by Ramaphosa to address politically motivated killings in KwaZulu-Natal, emphasizing that it was not a permanent SAPS structure but a time-bound initiative. Mchunu mentioned that during his orientation as a police minister, he raised concerns about Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo's dual role as PKTT head and crime intelligence boss, and said, "I raised the concern and not necessarily because of the load of work, but the role crime intelligence played in the country is critical in assisting police in fighting crime." He stated that his focus in the ministry is on governance and systematic issues, specifically budgetary concerns and budget allocation considerations, and said by late 2024, the National Operations Center was required to absorb the national PKTT cost amounting to 94 million rand for the 2024-2025 financial year. Stated that, like all government projects, the PKTT required periodic assessment, a budget and a defined end date, since there is no project in government that runs indefinitely, noting that the PKTT was initially set for 6 months with annual assessment. Mchunu stated that the PKTT had not received any extensions beyond 2022, despite operating for over 2 years without the required assessment. He argued that this rendered the expenditure irregular and the Public Finance Management Act. He said the 2019 work study, which was translated into organizational structure, effectively de-established the PKTT and established a single murder and robbery unit. He explained that according to the study, the functions of PKTT were supposed to be transferred to the murder and robbery units.
Not 6 years. Of the NPKTT was actually for 6 months, not 6 years, 6 months, from July 2018 to the end of the year. It was then extended from January to July 2019. And thereafter, they decided that if any extension, it would be annual. But initially, it was 6 months. That's why at the end of the first 6 months, there was an assessment. It was decided consciously that there would need to be an extension, which was for another 6 months. Now, in 2020, there was COVID in the country, and there was no assessment that was made of the PKTT in that year. The following year, 2021, an assessment was conducted. And as required, and an extension signed off by the National Commissioner, and the National Political Killings Task Team was ultimately appointed or apportioned its funding for the relevant year because of its extension. Now, beyond 2022, because this was an extension between 2021 and 2022, there was no further extension that was sought. In the same manner, I should qualify that, as it had happened before. And there's marked differences when you look at the previous extensions and after 2022. As a result, the NPKTT continued to operate without a required assessment and renewal for more than 2 years. And I'm advised that the relevant expenditure during this period beyond 2022 on the NPKTT is irregular under the PFMA.
What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.